What we've got today, guys, is we've got a really, really special guest for you today. We've got the #1 product creator on JVZoo. Okay, so he doesn't just say he's #1, he is the #1 vendor and maybe affiliate. Normally the #1 vendor is normally the #1 affiliate on JVZoo, okay, by rank. So we're very lucky to have him here. And it just goes to show the type of people. We're only on our 4th podcast, but we can get these type of people on. Now, this podcast, if you're brand new, you're watching the first time, it's about bringing you the real stories behind internet marketers. Maybe they've made it, like this guy who's #1 on JVZoo, or they've just started, okay, or they're climbing the ranks and they're becoming a superstar, much like Dave, who we had on the other week. So I can see Dave is listening in, and everything in between, guys. We all start this journey somewhere. We're all somewhere on that journey, from where our special guest is to where maybe you are now, and even earlier, and everything in between. Wherever you are in that journey, it does not matter. This podcast is for you. And we're bringing a whole host of guests from a myriad of places on that journey. So without me yapping on, because you know what I'm like, I will just yap on, I'm going to bring on our very special guest now. His name is Abhi Dwivedi. I think I pronounced that right, Abhi?
Pretty close. Abhi
Dwivedi. That's a Norfolk accent. It sounded the same to me. How are you, mate?
Lovely. Thank you for having me. Pretty excited about the call today.
Me too, mate. Me too. It's awesome to have someone of your caliber on. The #1 product creator is on JVZoo. I assume that normally means you're in the top 3 as an affiliate as well on JVZoo.
Yeah, we're in top 3 affiliates as well, and the #1 vendor on JVZoo right now.
Brilliant. It's awesome to have you on, mate. So what would be great, I know a lot of the guys will know you, but I think a lot of the people listening in won't know you. So tell us a bit about your story, how you got started, what you've got, what plans you've got. It's really good to hear your backstory and kind of get to know you a bit, because I don't actually know you all that well, apart from doing a few things with you over the past few years.
So yeah, quick story. I started marketing online, started selling online when I was 13 years old. I started way back in early 2003, 2002. Digital Point Forum, way before Warrior Forum was a thing, way before Facebook was a thing. My first product was called CPA Pod, which was a training course on how to make money online as a CPA affiliate. And ever since then, I've created numerous products, numerous coaching programs, courses, ebooks and stuff back in the days. And I founded my first software company in 2013. And since then, we have been focusing mostly on helping content creators, small entrepreneurs, local business owners to create and leverage videos to, sell more, attract more clients. And right now we run a multi-million-dollar SaaS software company with a portfolio of about 20 different projects and applications that we regularly launch or sell. So yeah,
that is awesome. It's always interesting to see into bigger businesses, because I think your business is much more wide and vast than mine. And guys, if you have any questions, please ask in the comments. I'll pick out a couple of questions to ask Abhi as we go through his story. So what advice would you give to anyone listening? We've got a lot of people from, maybe this is their day one online. We've got a lot of people who are experienced listening. What advice would you give someone who's maybe newer? Maybe this is their kind of first month or first 6 weeks in the game. What would your advice be?
So funny you asked the question. I was speaking at and it was mostly newbie audience, and everybody was trying to do something. And what I shared with them was, everybody has a superpower. We all have a superpower, and that superpower is yours. And you could be selling that knowledge, online, that skill online. Even if you run, for example, a limousine business, right? There are people out there who want to how to start a limousine business. If you go onto Google and search for how to start a limousine business, you'll find there are people asking those kind of questions on websites like Quora, on Reddit. They're looking for that information. If you're a plumber, there are people searching for how to be a plumber, how to fix certain thing, to, that is related to plumbing. So you have all that knowledge, you have all that skill set. If you're a teacher, right? If you're a homemaker, if you're a housewife, there are certain kind of skill sets that other people are looking to acquire, and you have that knowledge. So if you're getting started, don't, and if you're like, oh, I don't know if I can learn something new, you can avoid learning something new, and you can just teach what you already are good at. If you've been plumber for 10 years, you have so much experience, and there are so many new people out there who want to learn more about plumbing. Probably not as a profession, but just as a freelance, or they want to try and fix something in their own houses or in an office or something like that. So try and monetize your skill set, your knowledge. Try to build a course, write an ebook, start a YouTube channel, post on TikTok. There are so many amazing teachers who are creating short content on TikTok, on Instagram Reel, on YouTube Shorts, and publishing them and monetizing those. They're just teachers, and all they do is just talk about how to teach something to a newer kid, to a younger kid, how to teach maths, how to teach science, how to do sports, and all that stuff. So, if those people are doing it and monetizing it and making money with this skill set that they already have, you could be doing the same. So that's my number one advice to anybody who's trying to get out there and start making some money online, is to go out there and teach whatever you're already good at, because there's always an audience for it.
I never ever thought of that. So a lot of the time we're trying to teach new skills, and when you're maybe new guys, you're trying to learn new skills. But what I never thought before, you've just made me realize, is what if you've already got the skills you pretty much need? All you have to do is get out there, especially if you love it as well. If you're really passionate about what you do, there's nothing like sharing it with other people, sharing your knowledge. So that is another massive shortcut I never ever actually thought of before. So that's a brilliant tip. So how would someone, so let's think, right, so let's say Alan, let's say you are a plumber. How would Alan normally get his content out there, or how would he build a membership site, or what would be the process normally? How would they do that?
So again, there are so many different approaches to it. You could just sit and shoot a couple of videos, chop down those videos, create a course, publish it on Udemy, and that's about it. Udemy gets millions of visitors every single day. And if you do the math, if Udemy even sends you 0.01% of that traffic to your course, you're still making $2,000 to $3,000 a week selling that course. So I think the easiest way would be to make a list of topics that you want to teach, that you want to cover in your course. Sit down in front of camera, start talking, make mistakes as much as you can, fumble. People love genuine content, right? And create like this 1 hour long video just talking to yourself about those topics, and then just chop down those videos into smaller segments, and you have like 10-15 chapters, and upload it on Udemy. That's the easiest way to get started. Now, for folks who don't want to record their faces, or are like camera shy, you could just put a tripod and put your phone like this, right? Mm-hmm. Get a tripod, put your phone like this, and just record your desk, and put a paper and pen and just start scribbling. Just write down all the points, keep talking, and just explaining on a piece of paper. That is like the easiest way to create video content. And then you can just chop it down, edit those videos, and publish it on Udemy. So publishing on Udemy is like the easiest and the fastest way to make some money with the kind of knowledge you want to share. If you're thinking long-term, I would also recommend publishing some free content, really good content, whatever you're really good about. Just share your best tips, share your best techniques, and share it for free on YouTube. put it as a regular video, put it as a YouTube Shorts, the vertical videos like the stories, put it on TikTok, on Instagram Reel, on Facebook. Just share it wherever you can, as much as you can. What that will do is you'll start getting views and you'll start generating some leads. So once you have that audience built, right? Once you have like 500, 600 subscribers built, now that's your audience. Now you can go out there and create 2 more courses or 3 new courses, and you can keep selling new stuff you've already created. So this is a bit of a long-term vision. You won't start making money next week. It'll take a couple of months for you to build the audience. But once you have the audience built, it's just so much more money and so much more easier to sell. So these are the 2 fastest way of getting started with sharing your knowledge, sharing your content online.
That's brilliant. So you can either create the course, go to where there's a ready-made audience on Udemy, simply upload it, start getting sales, or you work at building your own audience. So getting traffic to your own stuff via YouTube. Hopefully that nice and simple. I mean, that's such a nice way of doing business compared with, you know, setting up all this stuff that we always think we've got to set up. So it's lovely. And I can see some people agree. Just share your knowledge. Like, that's what I try and do all the time, is share your knowledge. So what advice would you give to someone who is sitting here in listening in? They're like, I know how to do XXX. What advice would you give them right now to get started? I mean, a lot of people are camera shy, aren't they? A lot of people don't like. It took me probably 10 years to do my first video. Seriously, it took me that long. In fact, I was watching one earlier and I was thinking, oh my God, I used to be fat. I never used to shave. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, man, I used to be like that. So what advice would you give someone who doesn't even like, you know, because I know you're working on a project at the minute and it would be awesome to kind of, what's the word, titillise the guys a little bit and give them a little bit of exciting ending to the podcast.
So I think one of the biggest problems that we found when we were serving our audience about creating courses or creating or sharing their knowledge online was, number one, they have this a bit of a writer's block. So when we told them to go make a list of 10 things that you want to, you know, share about plumbing or about starting a limousine business or being a housemaker, homemaker, they just didn't know what those 10 things could be because they just know too much. They just couldn't figure out what those 2 things could be. So that was the number one problem. And the second problem was getting in front of camera to record your own voice or to shoot yourself and that sort of stuff. So that's so what we realized, and since these are the 2 most common problems, we build a solution, we build a product that solves those things using AI. You get recommendation of what you can include in your course. The AI also writes the scripts for you, also does the voiceover for you, also builds the presentation and videos and everything. So it kind of just makes everything super automated and super easy. But if you're trying to do it manually and you have a writer's block, so the first step would be to go to websites like Quora or Reddit and search for your phrase, right? So let's say you are a homemaker, right? You go out there and you search for homemaker as a keyword and you'll see all these questions pop up. So these are the genuine questions that people are asking. So just copy paste a bunch of these questions and these are your, you know, course chapters. So chapter 1, that's the question. You just answered that question in your first video and so on and so forth. So that's the easiest way to build a list of topics that you're going to cover in your course, right? And for creating video, I think, again, one of the easiest way to create videos is, again, if you're not using an online software that does it all for you, is to just put your phone like this on a tripod, put a piece of paper and just scribble around and just, you know, just talk about that topic. Make mistakes and fumble, that's perfectly fine. So, you know, that's the easiest way to manually fix those 2 problems, coming out of the writer's block of what to include in your course and how to create the videos. It takes a little bit of time. Of course, you have to sit, you have to talk, you have to speak, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Your first course doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done and put out there to get you in the flow of creating, to give you that sense of achievement that, okay, I actually went through and finished this project. Once you actually finish your first, it's going to be shit. It's going to be probably horrible, to be honest, right? But your brain will immediately start, understanding that I was able to do this. So it's really not that difficult. The next step, I just have to do the same thing, but reiterate a little bit and optimize it, make it a little bit better, right? So yeah, just go out there, find some questions people are asking in your niche from Quora or Reddit, make a list, record your pen and paper, and just put it out there. That's the easiest way if you want to do it manually.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's another great tip there, guys, is going to Quora, search your keyword, your key phrase, and you'll get, because a lot of the time we think we don't know anything, but that'll really bring on those creative juices for anything we do. Absolutely anything we do. That's a brilliant tip, and I'm actually going to adopt that for myself, for lives in my Facebook groups and everything else. Brilliant tip. So Abhi, you're coming back tomorrow for a training. I really want you to, we've got quite a lot of people watching. And I want you to tell these guys a reason why they should watch our live training tomorrow. I'll drop the link in a second, guys. You can catch it tomorrow as well. But give them a reason to jump on tomorrow, mate.
So the number one reason you should be on the training tomorrow is because the things that we're going to share about creating and sharing your knowledge or creating courses is just going to change the way you think, change the way you create, you would create content. And we're just going to show you how you can completely automate the entire process using AI, where you literally enter just a keyword and the AI will give you the topics. AI will recommend you what your course name could be. It will write the script for individual chapters in your course. It'll create the slides for your video. It'll add content, images, videos on all those slides. It'll even convert the script into human sounding voiceover and put it all together in a span of 10 minutes. So this whole process of you going to Quora, finding those topics, building up the guts to put on a camera, recording, spending a couple days to putting it all together, could be all automated. And we're going to show you how you can do it. We're going to show you how so many other people are doing it and making shit tons of money, to be honest, out there, following this same process. And we're going to show you how you could be replicating the exact same thing and going out there and making money tomorrow.
That is awesome, mate. I'm really excited for that. Veronica says, what about those people who have a hard time speaking, don't want to show their face? You need to attend this training tomorrow, Veronica. And I don't care. One thing I've realised on this live, guys, is it doesn't matter what you might think, well, I don't know anything. It doesn't matter if you could be a cleaner, okay, and use a certain type of cleaning product. You could be an Uber driver and want to sell ways to get more tips. It could practically be anything you think of that you're good at. So have a think and think, right, I'm good at this. Really, it could literally be anything, can't it, Abhi? I don't care what, there must be some really bizarre ones out there. I can just imagine, you can literally share what you know, guys, and it doesn't matter what it is. If you know it better than other people, you can put it on a course and sell it. So I'm looking forward to that. Let me know if there's any questions, guys. Abhi, thanks very much for jumping on, mate. I am mega. I actually have seen what you're doing tomorrow, and guys, it is really exciting. He's massively undersold it. You need to jump on live tomorrow with us. It's going to be Abhi's one of Abhi's team, I think, join us tomorrow. One of Abhi's team join us tomorrow, who's doing the training. It's going to be very, very exciting. Everyone's excited to learn the AI technique, and guys, it's better than you think. Okay, already I know it's like, okay, AI, we've seen AI before. AI is the future, and it gets better and better, and this will show you. My team have been shocked by this, mate. They don't get shocked by much, but they've been shocked by this. It is Awesome. So Abhi, thanks very much for jumping on, taking your time out, mate. I know you're a busy man coming up with new ideas and being creative. And guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. I'll drop the link in down below, so if you're watching it live, check the link, join us tomorrow, and we will see you there. Thanks guys. Bye bye.
Bye, take care.